Coming up, an unfortunate scheduling conflict causes a terrible tragedy in Pamplona, Spain.
Not necessarily the news, with Annabelle Gurwitch and Tom Parks. Contributing editors Merrill Markoe and Richard Rosen. Commentary by Will Durst, featuring Joe Guppy and John Ross. And special guest star Lucy Webb. Brought to you tonight by Pay TV. Can free TV do this? And by Calvin Klein's obsession, money. And now, live from Los Angeles, not necessarily the news.
Good evening. I'm Annabelle Gurwitch.
And I'm Tom Parks. Our top story, the Senate this week approved a proposal by Republican Jesse Helms to bar the use of government money for art which is obscene and indecent. Helms said he was prompted by the federal funding of a photograph depicting a crucifix immersed in urine. Said Helms, a cross is not meant to be urinated upon. It's meant to be worshipped and burned. And last week, James Ussery, the mayor of Atlantic City, was arrested on charges of conspiracy, bribery, and official misconduct. This morning, he reluctantly turned in his only get-out-of-jail-free card, rolled doubles twice, and is now back in his home in his hotel on Park Place. Annabelle?
Iran held its presidential election Friday, and as predicted, Hashemi Rafsanjani won in a landslide, receiving 94.5% of the vote. A distant second, collecting 3% of the vote, was Walter Mondale. Citing a promising field test, the government approved a plan by the Exxon Corporation to spread fertilizer on the oil-stained Alaskan beaches. Exxon said the fertilizer would come from its PR department, just as it has been since the spill first began.
Well, the judge in the Rob Lowe case sentenced the actor to a punishment that truly fits the crime. Lowe has to perform 20 hours of community service work helping young, disadvantaged girls act in their own independent movies.
As the number of repeat offenders among criminals reaches an all-time high, John Ross takes a close look at the latest government program which helps to offer hope to convicted felons.
I'm standing in front of the Department of Criminal Occupational Rehabilitation. It's there they assimilate criminals back into the workforce, and they do it by cultivating their inherent talents. LaRoyal, Levi, and Ace are 3 gang members from South Central Los Angeles, convicted last year of drive-by violence. Now they're given a second chance. They're trying their hands at a whole new career. This is Frank Santarelli, ex-used car salesman. He was convicted on 23 counts of rolling back car odometers. He now works for the gas company, reading meters. This is Cal Gibson, formerly a crack dealer. He still works the grade schools.
Hey, kid. Psst. Yeah, what's going on?
But now as a school crossing guard.
You guys want to cross the street or what? Don't be looking at me, for God's sakes. Come on, go across. Pretend you don't know me. You don't know me, man.
Nevertheless, hope for successful rehabilitation can be seen in one case. Sylvia Wallace, once known as the Sledgehammer Killer. Sylvia is now doing very well in her new job with a toy manufacturer. There are other success stories, like Jeremy Lane, a convicted forger, now an executive at Xerox, and Raymond Podar, who in 1972 poisoned 20 people at a dinner party. He now works for the EPA in their pesticide division. At the Department of Criminal Occupational Rehabilitation, for NNTN, I'm John Ross.
Thank you, John. Meanwhile, it was a quiet day on the stock market, with absolutely no shares being traded all day. As one market analyst explained, everyone finally has exactly the stocks they want.
Coming up is Deng Xiaoping losing his grip. We'll be right back.
It's time we talked, openly and candidly. You can't be afraid to face the facts any longer because, well, we're all at risk. So the next time you and your partner have, you know, talk first. And whatever you do, always wear a thingy. Because if you can't even talk about it, the next time you have, you might,
Always wear a thingy.
Jackie Collins, Yakov Smirnoff, Walter Mondale, Merrill Markoe, Dan Quayle, James Baker, Patty Davis, Nancy Reagan, and in the center square, the Pope, all on the next,
and hopefully the last.
I certainly hope not.
Hollywood Squares.
What a country.
What a weasel.
In recent weeks, Richard Rosen has emphasized some of New York City's many problems: the overhoused, sidewalk peddler scams, crime run rampant. In tonight's Rosen report, he reveals a very different side to the city.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks, Annabelle. You know, we're all familiar with the stereotypes about New York. New Yorkers are rude, they're unfriendly. They don't care about people. Well, it's a lie. It's totally untrue. It's a fabrication. New Yorkers are the friendliest people on the face of the earth. To see what I mean, all you have to do is get in a car and drive around Manhattan.
Hi. Rain or shine, they have their hands extended in the universal sign of greeting. Hi, nice to see you. Here's another one. Hi, how are you?
You know, they'll even step out into traffic just to say hi.
Howdy, neighbor, how are you? That's the New York I know and love. Friendly people, smiling faces. Hi, nice to see you again. You know, they talk about crime in the city, but you never see criminals. They're too busy committing crimes. Hi, nice to see you again. How are you? You know, what it is a small town with skyscrapers. I love New York. Hi, good to see you.
In New York City, I'm Richard Rosen.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you, Richard. Here's NNTN's economic reporter, John Ross, with some good news on the deficit.
It's been 2 years now since we've had the Graham-Rudman-Hollings deficit cutback scheme, so how come the deficit still appears to be going up? Well, it's because you're looking at it wrong. This is how you have to look at it. There, it's going down.
That's brilliant, John.
Well, Annabelle, that's why I'm the expert.
Thank you, John Ross. We'll be right back.
How would you explain this? Tampa, Florida. A woman combines ingredients in a mixing bowl. An hour later, she finds the ingredients mysteriously transformed into a delicious cake. And how would you explain this? St. Louis, Missouri. A fisherman cleans his catch by the fire. Within minutes, a mouth-watering meal is ready. The Mysterious World of Food series exposes the compelling realm of the casserole, the little understood fruits and vegetables, the strange world of the egg, and much more. Call now and receive the first book in the Mysterious World of Food series, Boiling Water. Examine it free for 10 days. If you like it, more books will follow. Combining the best of America and Japan. Listen to the throaty purr of its V6 overhead cam turbo 344 as it hugs the road like a wild animal. Inside, this roomy interior seats 4 in plush luxury. But it's just as comfortable for 2. Yes, we brought together the brilliance of Japanese car building and the genius of American advertising. The new Ford Nissan Excalibur Wildcat Lightning Turbo J344 ZX. They built the car. We thought up the name.
Now with a report that promises to be completely scintillating. Is that the word you wanted me to use, Merrill?
Excellent choice.
Here's Merrill Markoe.
Thanks, Annabelle, and thanks for letting me join you on a little desk ride here. Well, certainly this week we have seen some very unique crisis situations in the Middle East. But, you know, I'm thinking Ted Koppel will get into that on his show. So I'm here to talk about something of concern to me. Dog toys. Okay, I don't get the premise. Here I have the squeaking vinyl lamb chop. What is the dog supposed to make of this? He's thinking, this is the toughest, noisiest piece of meat I've ever eaten. I have many questions along these lines, which is why I decided to pay a visit to the Pet Industry Convention at the Long Beach Convention Center this week. So let's now go there, shall we? Welcome to the Pet Industry Trade Show, a giant room full of every kind of pet-related item, which is why you find yourself having some pretty strange conversations, like this one. Are the holidays an important time for the dog?
They really are. They really are.
But have you noticed that the dog will very seldom give you any kind of gift in return, so what's the point in really giving them anything?
You know, no matter how bad your day was, when you walk in the door, the dog's always there wagging his tail and happy to see you.
Oh, big deal.
This is the new species of mealworm.
Oh, those are pets.
Right. But they're also used for feeding reptiles. You can go ahead and pick up some if you'd like.
I think they're darling. These are darling. These are really cute. Hello. Hello. Are they tasty?
They are tasty.
Of course, you got to figure there'd be this kind of thing here.
What we do is do high fashion products for people and their pets that match. We've got a great line of sweaters and coats. This is called Hugs and Kisses.
Now, you guys are married?
We're married.
And you have dogs?
2.
Now, have you ever yet, in this life, all dressed up in the same outfit and your dog's in the same outfit and gone somewhere in public?
No.
This is Gigi. This is Gigi.
Oh, I knew that.
In a nylon ruffled coat with a feathered hat.
Do dogs like to wear hats?
They love it. Yes, they do.
Sort of looks like something for a bar mitzvah now. Sort of like a yarmulke.
There are yarmulkes made for dogs. Yes, and they're being sold.
Thank God. And not a moment too soon.
This is Bambi. Doing the twist. Come on, Bambi, let's do the twist. Come on, Bambi, let's do the twist. Twist, 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 twist. Come on, twist. Come on, Bambi, let's do the twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Bambi's okay, but I think you're sensational.
That's the #1 selling doghouse in the country.
How do you get your dog to go in there? You don't have to throw meat in there first?
No. Let me show you.
Let's play a joke on one.
There's actually a lot of space in here, and you know, it's comfortable enough.
And now it becomes a handy device to protect your home from salesmen. Well, where's all of this leading? Actually, it's leading here.
In October, we started growing his head and his face. And in April, we started all this scroll work and the flowers and the butterflies.
Now, in your opinion, does the dog like having this done?
Oh, he loves it. Oh, yeah, he really likes the attention.
Now, do you think Nicky enjoys this?
I don't think he's extremely happy, but I don't think he's extremely unhappy either.
And then Santa himself is not that happy. Does Nicky drink out of the toilet?
No, I can't reach it.
So that's good, because that would be kind of disturbing to see Santa drinking out of the toilet. And so, alas, we say goodbye to a group of special folks. Pet owners with love in their hearts and tremendous amounts of free time. It was very nice in your shoes, Nicky. Quite frankly, you look very nice in your shoes.
Say thank you. He's mad.
Thanks for another delightful piece, Merrill. The only thing I can't believe is you got through the whole piece without an assault on my character.
Oh, geez, that's an oversight. I'm sorry. Tom, you look like a jerk in that tie.
You really do, Tom.
Right now on NBC, there's this really dumb news magazine that uses dramatic recreations in place of real news footage. It's called Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow, and it has to be the worst news show in years. If you don't believe me, switch over there right now to NBC and check it out. Go ahead. We'll wait. Well, what'd I tell you? Sucked, right? Annabelle?
This morning, a TWA 747 carrying 10 VPs from the NAACP sent out an SOS after a PLO organizer discovered TNT in his PB&J. The pilot flew the 747 to a DMZ where an FCC spokesman, PhD UNLV, told NBC and a YMCA that the FAA will receive an IOU COD from the IRA ASAP. The IRA of the UK, not the FDIC on R&R, said KLM had the TNT, not TWA. The FBI gave the A-OK, and the 747 continued its flight with an ETA into LAX of 2 hours.
In other news, officials at San Francisco County jails became the first in the state Monday to hand out condoms to inmates. Also under consideration is a plan whereby officials would also provide prisoners with flowers, candles, and recordings of Ravel's Bolero. Well, yesterday was
Excuse me, Tom.
What?
We have a little surprise for you, Tom.
What?
Tom, we didn't tell you we were going to do this, but this week, according to the readers' poll in the weekly Cable Guide magazine...
Can I say that?
Sure. You, Tom Parks, were voted one of the top 10 cable personalities of the week.
That's really great. Where did you say this was?
A weekly Cable Guide magazine that serves cable stations in South Florida.
Uh-huh.
But not Miami. I'm from Miami. I know we didn't get it there.
Oh, well, but I was voted one of the top 10 celebrities.
Personalities.
Personalities.
Of the week.
Of the week. Yeah. But somewhere in South Florida, not Miami, I tonight am one of the top 10 personalities of the week.
Last week. Congratulations, Tom. We'll be back with more after this.
This fall.
All right, everybody, here we go. Ted and Sally Armstrong, come on down because your house is on fire.
Your house is on fire. Premieres September 10th.
It's that time of year again. No special holidays for months to come. So why not send a card to an old friend, your Hallmark Cards dealer, to let him know how much you appreciate him the rest of the year when he always has just the right card to express those tender feelings you never had for members of your family. Hallmark Cards. We do the feeling, so you don't have to.
In Devonshire, England, professional parachutists Ted and Sheila Brock scored a first today when they became the only couple ever to get married, consummate the marriage, and file for divorce while still in midair. And tomorrow in Springfield, Illinois...
Annabelle, excuse me. I didn't mean to cut you off like that, but I've got a surprise for you. The British football fans of Western Pennsylvania have voted you their pinup girl for the entire month of August. Congratulations. Do you follow British football? That's soccer over here. You don't? Well, congratulations anyway. And now, an NNTN special feature. Here's Joe Guppy with a look at the nation's weather. Joe?
Thank you, Tom. Well, there's a lot happening around the country today. We've got some more cold air coming into New England from Canada, and that should produce some light snow mixed with freezing rain. Kansas and the rest of the nation's Midwest should have some light rain beginning tonight and then continuing on through tomorrow. There are milder temperatures and sunny skies for the Southwest, except for the Texas Panhandle, which should reach a high of about 80 degrees by midday. More hot and hazy weather in store for the Southwest and vicinity, with the temperatures hovering right around 70 degrees. Colorado and the rest of the Rockies should experience cooler weather tomorrow, reaching a high of just 58 degrees. The outlook for the rest of the weekend is pretty much more of the same, with mild temperatures and sunny skies continuing through Sunday and into Monday. Tom?
Thanks, Joe. Looks like an exciting week ahead in the weather. America is a diverse nation with its people shifting like currents in a stream. Here with a report from its heartland is me. And quite literally, I am standing in America's heartland because, according to Dr. Harold Becker, this spot is the exact population center of the United States. Is that true, Dr. Becker?
Yes, it is, Tom. From this spot here, just outside of Rumsford, Kansas, an equal number of people live in all directions, north, south, east, and west.
That's amazing, and I understand this is a new spot.
Yes, it is, Tom. In the last survey, which was taken back in 1957, it was 18 miles west of Carthage, Missouri.
I suppose it's a difficult task trying to find the exact population center of the United States.
Oh, you can say that again, Tom. We had 7,000 census workers canvassing the entire country for 5 years. All of the raw data was fed into our computers at Rock Springs, Maryland, to find this spot, which is precise to within 1/1000th of an inch.
Did it cost a lot of money?
$173 million, Tom, plus the lives of 9 of our census workers who were shot while canvassing some of the more dangerous neighborhoods.
Shot?
Yes, Tom. Some of those people were very close personal friends of myself. People who gave everything so that America could find out exactly... Oh, come back here, you sons of bitches!
And that's the way it is in America's heartland. I'm Tom Parks reporting from somewhere around the population center of the United States.
Thank you, Tom. And now our resident voice in the wilderness, Will Durst.
Thanks, Annabelle. Hi, guys. I don't know if you saw this or not, but they got a new study out now that says the air is getting bad in some cities. Yeah, including L.A. These guys had to commission a study to figure this out? What's their next brilliant revelation? Pounding nails into your feet is bad for walking? Guys, the ozone is deteriorating before our very eyes. The ozone! The stuff that holds the air in! And how do our fearless leaders react? Do they put restrictions on chlorofluorocarbon emissions? No. They tell us to wear hats and sunblock. Oh, don't worry, you'll evolve. You've done it before, just pick up the pace. Baby born with blowhole. Inquiring minds want to know. Who could have lobbied them on this position? The Association of Chemotherapists? Some militant rebel wing in the Morticians Union? Coppertone. Yeah. Sunblock, 2000. It's a cardboard box. Oh, goody, 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 we finally have affordable housing. Too late, HUD's got a hold of it. Doesn't Bush understand, unless we plug up the hole in the roof of the earth, flags are gonna spontaneously combust from exposure to the sun? What's he gonna do then? Propose a constitutional amendment outlawing daytime? This isn't a skylight, you know, or a cute little bald spot that can be covered up by combing extra atmosphere over from the Yukon. They don't make minoxidil for planets. We get a drain up which all our oxygen is leaking out and all anyone is worried about is their oat bran intake. Talk about flossing in a fire. Forget it, man. We are the new dinosaurs, the FFFA. future fossil fuels of America. You know what they're going to call us in 100,000 years? Super unleaded. I've been Dirt. You've been great.
Thank you, Will. In business news, the Japanese have beaten Detroit again. A Tokyo company announced today that it is the first to develop a robot that mimics the walking pattern of Lee Iacocca after 2 dry martinis.
And finally, he's considered the most conservative member of Congress. This backwoods senator from North Carolina has crusaded for years against the news media, the film industry, and just about any person or thing that personally offends him. All the while, this mogul of morality remains loyal to the powerful tobacco lobby in whose pocket he resides. This week, he's got a new crusade, cutting off federal funding to the arts. He's Jesse Helms. And this week, he was runner-up to Newt Gingrich, who is once again our prick of the week. Congratulations, Newt. Well, that's our last live show of the season.
We've enjoyed being with you. See you next time. Good night.
Good night.
This portion of Not Necessarily the News has been brought to you by the Forces of Evil. For over 50 years, supplying the news that newscasts depend on.
I got my dog in the car.
Send in the next patient.
Who's next? Oh, I am? I'm sorry. It's just that I'm in a hurry, if you don't mind.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, thank you very much. Excuse me.
I got my dog in the car.